Happy Catter Day, everyone. Welcome back. We've got an incline bench as well as T-bar row day. So I got to the gym, and instead of doing any cardio warm-up, just went right to the weight room and came to this incline bench. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is the headrest. It's flat. It's not along the same angle as the incline for the bench, and I like that a lot. I really like it. It stood out to me. It caught my eye. And while they do have other incline benches, one a little bit more accustomed to what I'm used to using, and another that's at a very steep incline, this one really got my attention. I wanted to try it. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not, but I'll tell you right now, I love it. I love having not only the angle, which isn't that bad, it's not a steep angle, and my head can rest backwards and flat. So it's not along the same path as the bench, but rather it gets to rest behind me, and I like that. It feels more natural, and it feels better and more comfortable. So I'm happy with this. I'm probably going to stick with this one. It's a good bench, and I like it quite a bit. So here I did a set of 10 with just the bar. If I ever go to a brand new bench, a bench that I've never used before, or especially a different kind of bench, I like to use the bar just to see how it feels. It's not even about lifting, it's more just about settling into the bench. So I did a set of 10 with the bar, set of 10 with 135, set of 8 with 185. I threw in a set of 6 with 205, and here is the 10 by 3 with 220, 90 seconds of rest in between sets. And I like this shooting angle. I like it because you get to see the pause reps on the chest a little bit more clear than what you normally have seen. And I like that. It's raised up a bit, it's not on the floor, but also shooting from behind, you get to see the full pause rep. You see the bar path, you see the bar coming not only down to the chest, but sinking into my chest before I get pressed back up. And that to me is important because I really am a big animate supporter of that. I don't, unless you have a reason for it, I don't believe in just flexing the elbows to 90 degrees and having a big amount of space between you and the bar. I believe in order to get a full stretch and a full squeeze, full contraction, I believe the bar should come down to the chest or maybe just hovering. But especially when we're talking about range of motion, and on incline bench, the range of motion is bigger than a flat bench. So that's something to take advantage of, not something to avoid in my opinion, unless you have a reason for that. And otherwise, these are great reps. I did have some fun and did long pauses for just some of them, not a lot, just for some of the reps. And I believe the very last rep, there was a pretty long pause. But I liked it. I had fun. I felt good about it. And that's pretty much that. Now for the accessory, I went to a flat barbell bench press. I wasn't expecting to do that. I kind of tossed around the idea of a fly motion, maybe a seated chest press. And they do have, well, it's a seated plate-loaded press, and I like that. It's plate-loaded, you can push yourself a lot, and I like the range of motion and the movement pattern that it provides. But for some reason, I just decided to go back to a flat barbell bench again. And I pushed myself a little bit more. So I did a set of 8 with the 135, set of 8 with 185, a set of 8 with 225 as my first working set, increased to 235 for a set of 7, although I could have gotten 8, but I got 7 comfortably, and then I did another set of 7 with 235. Again, probably could have gotten the 8th one if I really wanted to push it, but I stayed comfortable. And that's already progress in of itself, so I'm actually quite happy about that. Now, next you are going to see, after this ridiculous pause on the chest, there we go, next we're going to go to a T-bar row. Again, a new setup, so this is an old school, old type of T-bar row, and I haven't seen this in years. I haven't seen it in such a long time, and I thought at first that the gym only had one T-bar row station. Well, it actually has 3. It has this one, where you have that incline and it goes throughout. It has another one where the top part is flat, kind of like how the incline bench had that headrest that was flat. They also have a T-bar row station where you are in hip and knee extension, and then it flattens out at the top, so it's a little bit more like a bent over at the torso position. Then I also saw that they had a platform just like the one I used for the last workout, and I might use that one next time. Although I gotta tell you, I had a great time using this station. Again, it's an old school type of machine, and I really liked it. I felt a great squeeze in the back, and I'm just happy I was able to use it. Really, they have 3 stations. I thought they had one, and I have a choice. I could do one in a hinge position like I'm used to. I might go back to that. We'll see. But this does technically save my legs. It saves me from being not only in a hinge position, but also now I have support, whereas before I didn't. So I don't know if I'll keep with it. We'll see. But I'll be honest, I really liked it. And for the T-bar row, since I don't have to worry about the plate size, on this one at least, I did a set of 10 with 90. I threw on a 45. And then a set of 8 with 135, through another 45-pound plate, so I don't have to worry about the plates making contact with me. And then from there, I went to the 10x3 with 165, 90 seconds of rest in between sets. And I honestly liked doing this. I felt it in my back very well. There was really nothing to adjust. It was pretty straightforward. You do have that support, so it makes it a little bit easier for the starting position, whereas when you use a landmine setup or when you use the other T-bar row station, you have to make sure your hips are right, your knees are right, that everything is where it's supposed to be before you start the exercise. And it does involve a little bit more with stabilization since you're not chest supported, whereas here I get to lay across more or less a bench effectively and focus on the squeeze, and I really liked it. So I might stick with it, I might not. I will have to decide that when I work out bench and row again, but otherwise really good experience. I still of course use the neutral grip because that's what I've been focusing on, and I liked it. I know I've said that a lot, but I really did. Now for the accessory, I went to a Pendlay Row pronated grip and did a set of 8 with 135, set of 8 with 185. Then when I went to working sets, I did progressive sets. So I did a set of 8 with 225, a set of 8 with 235, and a set of 8 with 245. And that was the workout. I'd like to take the last part to give a shout out to a woman who was doing Olympic lifts. She wasn't doing the competitive lifts, she was doing more of derivatives, and it was really cool, really refreshing, not only because her form was good, but she actually had power and she was putting in effort, and that has to be recognized. All right, y'all, thank you so much, and adopt, don't chop.